In the last video, I went over and showed how the part component system works for setting up attachments and linking all that fun stuff up so you can spawn in with the default part, remove, add, stack, move, and kind of whatever you really want to do. So now I want to go ahead and start covering some of the actual parts themselves so we can go through and see the options and how they work and show you kind of probably in a couple later videos how to actually set those parts up. So over here we have different firearm parts section. Now these are the more universal parts, so they're not locked down to specific firearms. So for example, the Remington 700 has specific parts, has the barrel, bolt, and stock that are unique to it. The M4 has the charging handle, pistol grip, and stock, and handguards, and barrels that are unique to it as well. So starting with the parts. So we have forward grips. Now, these are probably the most basic things, so I'm going to start with those. So here, for example, I have a vertical grip, and I have an angled grip. Now, they are the exact same in how they function and what they do, but you can make it so they have different results. Let me just zoom in on it here. So the way that they go through and work is through, well, their own system. So these have their own hand grip socket. So this would be where if you want to use, again, hand IK, you can do so. So this is a static mesh. If I go ahead and view it, as you can see, it has a socket right here. Now the reason for this is so that you can move the hand with the part. So as you saw earlier, I was able to slide the scope mount up and down the rail. Well, you can do the same thing for forward grips. So you can slide them up and down the handguard. Now, the reason for the left hand IK is so that as you move that vertical or forward grip, the left hand will follow it. So that's an option that is there for you if you so wish to do so. Now, moving on to the default parts, we have the different grip types. So again, this is a vertical grip, so it's going to have the vertical grip pose if you so wish to implement that. Then if we look at the angled grip, that has the angled grip pose. Then we have the part stats, so we have the weight of the grip, the ergonomics change. So like this is going to increase your ergonomics by 10% and decrease your recoil by 8%. We head over to the angled grip. We have the exact same setup. I just leave the values the same, but this is where you would tweak it. So you might want to increase the ergonomics maybe by 12%, but reduce the chip recoil by maybe only 5%. So that way you get different results with different parts. Moving on to part data. This is for every single part class that you actually go through and make. So we have the class that refers again to the part that you want to spawn. So this is specific for like your firearm customization. So we have the class and the image. So again, this is for your weapon customization. So whenever you make your own widgets and stuff like that, you have some information that you can pull from to make it easier to set up and handle and spawn the parts. Now we have the part type. So we have a list here. So we have the sight, magnifier, flip mount, light and laser, handguard, barrel, muzzle device, stock, pistol grip, and other. So some of these are really not needed. So I can actually get rid of things like the pistol grip if I wanted to. And actually that might be just about it. But so we can set the part type there. It makes it easier to filter through because you're just checking enums instead of doing a bunch of casting. Then we again have the pose collision, which I don't know why I put it there. I need like why it's even a part of the part system. I don't remember adding it. So I'm going to have to make sure I go through and get rid of that. But it seems like it's on every single actor for some reason. Anyways, down to the aim section. So because I have procedural aiming, I set up everything to have the possibility to be aimable. Now, the reason I have that set up like that is for things like the light and lasers. So if you saw any of the devlogs or my kind of preview video where I was running through the kill house at night and stuff, I was using the laser to aim in some of those cases. So I set it up so you cant the gun at 45 degrees with the laser and you aim just above the laser. So you're kind of like using that as a aim point, similar to how I think Modern Warfare, for example, does it when you're wearing night vision and you aim using the PEC and that kind of stuff. So you can make this, if you really wanted to, for some odd reason, aim with the forward grip. I mean, I can't see where that would ever look good or anything, but it's there if you want to do that. So that pretty much covers the forward grips. In the next video, we are going to go over and move on to the next category, which is, I guess, muzzle devices, and then we'll start moving on to these kind of things, which gets a little more interesting, and then we'll go into the actual sights themselves. So I'll see you in the next video.